Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Police launch manhunt for St. James Most Wanted. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has launched a manhunt in St. James for Ocho Francis, also known as Brookham, who is considered to be the most wanted man in the parish. Francis was moved to the top of the most wanted list following the death of Nesta Zada Gallimore. According to the police, the operation is focused around the Rosemont area, where authorities have already seized a vehicle known to have been used by Francis. As the operation continues to unfold, the divisional commander and his team are encouraging all citizens within the Rosemont community to remain inside their homes for their own safety. The JCF remains committed to maintaining the peace and safety in the parish and the broader Jamaican community. We are urging persons to report any suspicious activities or individuals observed in and around the Rosemont area, the JCF said in a statement. Any relevant information can be related to the JCF through the NIB tip line at 811, Crime Stop at 311, Police Emergency at 119, or the nearest police station. Police launched cross-divisional investigation following death of 8-year-old student. The St. Andrews Central and St. Catherine South Police Division have launched an investigation into the death of Daniela Rowe, the 8-year-old student, who was abducted from school in Portmore, St. Catherine, and later found with her throat slashed in Vineyard Town, St. Andrew. The police say they are pursuing several lines of inquiry into the evidence that led to the girl's death. Reports are that on Thursday, Daniela, a student of Brayton Portmore in St. Catherine, was taken from the institution in a motor car, transported to Vineyard Town in St. Andrew, and thrown from the vehicle. She was reportedly found by passersby and rushed to hospital, where she succumbed to her injuries early Saturday morning. Daniela Rowe was the daughter of a serving Jamaica Constabulary Force member assigned to the St. Catherine South Division. The Force chaplaincy unit and wider membership are providing support at this time, the JCF said in a statement. This heinous crime has shocked our nation, and the thoughts and deepest condolences to the entire JCF family go out to her family, friends, and school community during this incredibly difficult time. The JCF went on to appeal to the public for any information that could lead to the arrest of those responsible for the death of the child. We are urging to call on the public to help us bring the perpetrator or perpetrators of this heinous act to justice. If you have any information that you believe can assist in solving this case, please do not hesitate to contact us. Your contribution could be pivotal in helping us solve this case and bring closure to the grieving family, the JCF urged. Man stabbed to death in Ocho, Rios. An unidentified man was stabbed to death in Ocho, St. Anne on Saturday morning. The deceased appeared to be in his 40s, of dark complexion, medium build, and clad in a grey-looking shirt, a pair of black jeans pants, and a pair of black and red shoes. Police reports are that about 2:45 a.m., residents stumbled upon the body. When the lawmen arrived at the scene in the vicinity of Burger King, the body was found lying in blood with what appeared to be a stab wound to the head. A police source told reporters that the man was reportedly seen running from the vicinity of Ocho post office with blood coming from his face and then collapsed at the sidewalk. Over $250,000 stolen in St. Mary gas station robbery. A gas station in Castleton, St. Mary, was robbed of more than $250,000 during a daring daylight hold-up by two men on Friday. The robbers also brazenly held up a man who was standing in front of the gas station, police stated. There were no reports of any injuries during the incidents. It was reported that around 1:30 p.m., two men, one armed with a handgun, entered the gas station and held up and robbed the attendant of cash, which was the day's sale. The men then took it further inside the establishment where the safe was located and robbed $255,000. Police said the robbers exited the establishment and held up a vendor who was selling in front of the gas station. The man was robbed of $6,000 cash. The men then escaped in a silver Nissan Latio motor car. Cableson mourns loss of second mom, longtime manager Claudette Kemp. Reggae artist Cableson is mourning the loss of his manager of over 20 years, Claudette Kemp, who he said died on Friday. The artist made a post on Instagram where he recounted the bond they share to the extent of referring to Kemp as her second mother. Today is one of the hardest days of my life. as I grieve the loss of my second mom, great friend, and one of the best managers, Mrs. Claudette Kemp. She taught on to Zion yesterday and is deeply missed, loved and appreciated, the culture icon wrote in his post. Cableson said he initially signed a one-year management agreement with Kemp in June 2002, but went on to work together for decades. In his post, the artist lauded Kemp's long-standing career in the music industry and the impact she had on people within the different aspects of the business and the respect she garnered from the Rasta community. I knew Mrs. Kemp for 30 plus years, and we initially signed a one-year management agreement in June 2002. She was very intelligent, supportive, loyal, and with a 43 plus year music career and managed me for 21 plus years. We were very close and people called me her son. There are few female managers in the music industry, but Mrs. Kemp was loved and highly respected by the Rasta community, music producers, promoters, media and fans worldwide, he stated. Cableson added that Kemp's support extended beyond her role as manager, as she was very helpful when he lost his mother in May 2020. He expressed gratitude for her work during his music career and his annual charity show, A St. Mary May Come From, which he said Kemp operated. Mrs. Kemp operated annual charity show, A St. Mary May Come From, and was also supportive to my family and friends too. No matter if it was a business or personal issue, such as the loss of a mother in 2020, I could always rely on Mrs. Kemp to help me. She was always there during my trials and triumphs, and I will forever be grateful. Condolence to her family, and give thanks for all your thoughts and prayers. God bless, he wrote. CPFSE acting CEO condemns killing of 8-year-old. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency has expressed deep sadness over the passing of 8-year-old Daniel Rowe, who was abducted from St. Catherine's School on Thursday and thrown from a motor vehicle with her throat slashed in Vineyard Town, St. Andrew. Daniel succumbed to her injuries on Saturday morning while at the Bustamante Hospital for treatment. Commenting on the incident, CPFSE's acting Chief Executive Officer, Michelle McIntosh Harvey, condemned those responsible for her death and other heinous acts against the nation's children. CPFSE holds our mandate to protect the nation's children in the highest regard, and in so doing, we continuously make appeals to the community to do their part in being more vigilant in protecting Jamaica's youngest and most vulnerable citizens. The onus is on us as a people to stand up for the rights and protection of our children, McIntosh Harvey stated. We condemn all persons who make it their mission to harm our children, especially in such a brutal and heartless manner, and we also call on the community to return to the days of the village protecting and nurturing our children. If you see a child in danger of being harmed, say something, do something, she added. McIntosh Harvey, in her statement on Saturday, also urged people who may have information on the perpetrators involved in the abduction and murder of Miss Rowe to come forward. And we are especially calling on persons who may know something about the person who killed innocent little Daniel to come forward and work with the police. Tell them what you know so that we can bring the perpetrators to justice, she continued. The acting CEO went on to offer support from the CPFSA to the grieving family of the deceased 8-year-old while offering condolences on behalf of the agency. We offer our deepest condolences to her family at this heart-wrenching time and pray for their sustained strength. The CPFSA stands ready to offer whatever support is needed at this time. We also want to take the opportunity to thank the medical team who fought so vigilantly to save her life. McIntosh Harvey reiterated her call to all citizens to see child protection as their business and reminded them that children are vulnerable and depend on us to love, protect, and nurture them. She sought to remind and encourage individuals to report any form of child abuse using 211 or a 24-hour child abuse reporting hotline. Child abuse reports may also be made through WhatsApp text at 876-878-2882, email report at childprotection@gov.jm, or visit any CPFSA parish office or our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell